Hey, what's up, family? This is Gavin Richard. Welcome to Gavin Richard Presents. Usually you all see me do videos about Katrina, the Saints, the conspiracy with New Orleans, St. Francis de Sales Church, different things. Last video I believe I did was with Saving Suno. But I want to talk about something different that affected me, even though I'm here in the South, but that's 9/11. And as you all know, the anniversary of the attack will be tomorrow on Sunday. I just want to tell you all my 9/11 story. I was in school at the time in New Orleans at St. Augustine. It started off normally, and watching TV. We had I can't remember the name of it. I think it was called Channel 1 News. They had it all out for the kid. I don't know where, but at St. Aug, we had that television played out. We watched for 30 minutes. It was news before we went to class, and it started off normally. We went out to class, and then somebody the boys coming out of homeroom, one of them in the hallway yelled out and said, "The World Trade Center's been bombed. The World Trade Center's been bombed." Well, we went out. We were able to watch television. Priest, our father, told us to say a prayer for them, and we saw the plane hit the tower, and we thought it was an accident. And then, we went back to our normal class, doing our normal thing for about a few minutes. I'd say about 30 minutes. I can't remember specifically how long it was till the next plane hit, but when we turned it back on, we saw that I believe it was the Pentagon that got hit first, or it was Tower 2 that got hit first, or Tower 1 that was hit first, either one. And then we heard the Pentagon that hit, and I then believe Flight 93 that crashed in Pennsylvania. So all of that in an hour and a half, 2-hour span. And all day that's what we were doing on television. And I was praying because we have a cousin who was a flight attendant at that time, and we were just hoping that she wasn't involved in any way with that, and by the grace of God, she wasn't. With regards to, that's my 9/11 story. Like most people, I had faith in my country after 9/11. I believe they were doing the right thing. They were saying Bin Laden did go after him in Afghanistan. We saw all the stuff on television about him bragging he did it. The evidence, they had this here, they had that there. We know it's him. You know what I'm talking about. But lucky me, I woke from the Matrix. It started to pick up for me kind of when after we went into Afghanistan, we got the Taliban out, we heard they were accomplices, and that was fine. But then, Bush wants to change gears to go into Iraq. And that's when my spider sense, if you say, went off. Now, I didn't think that the government had anything to do with 9/11 at that point, but there was something that was wrong with that. And the fact is that if you have 19 hijackers, all of them coming from Saudi Arabia, how does Iraq have anything to do with 9/11? What did Saddam Hussein have to do with Bin Laden? And so those questions just started getting at me. And, I find now, especially knowing what we know, and about the 9/11 Commission report and so forth, how phony it is. I am under the impression, as sad as it is to believe that people within our government and also people that were, who we do not elect, who had something to do with this. It's hard to say it, but I believe that. And you all know me, I don't bullshit. And this is even the things that I've said with regards to Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans about the levees. And what I really feel and believe is that, and you all may feel this, I don't know how you feel, but we don't live in a free country anymore. Or even so, I don't think our country was even free to begin with. Because the mere fact that if the elements of the crime are true, and it appears that it was a fraud, that it was some type of act that was not caused by terrorists, but more from what we believe is our government, then who's running our country? Who's the man behind the curtain? And that's the scary thing. However, as much as I have fear, I'm frightened by this, by what I saw in Disturbed, I'm more frightened of the power of God. And God is my anchor. Christ is my captain. And I believe that it is very important how this shows that we have so much evil in the world, that it's important that we pray and to keep God in our life. And also, we pray for those who were deeply affected by this. We pray for the families that lost their loved ones and of this heinous crime. And I just want to let you all know, I hope you all, I don't know if you all feel the same way. Some of you may not. But I am a supporter that there does need to be some type of independent, and I say the key word independent, investigation. Though I've seen the different documentaries. I've seen Loose Change. I saw In Plain Sight, I believe that was by Paris, and the Gorilla Funk Networks. I've talked to Gregory, as you know, about with the Katrina stories I've done, and he even told me when I interviewed him that if a plane were to go through the Pentagon or to come through where it did, it would have to penetrate Arlington Cemetery. And if a plane that size that they say, which was a Boeing 357, I might be wrong, can't remember, but if you're talking about an airline jet, if it went through Arlington Cemetery, it would have knocked down some poles. No flight, and even when it crossed the highway, I believe, by the Pentagon, and people they took pictures, I don't even think a light pole was down. So it's a lot of questions in it, but I'm just praying that the truth comes out. Again, I pray for the souls of all those that have died, but I also pray for strength in the days to come, because I believe that this whole thing with 9/11 was a plan that was a prerequisite for something more sinister that's going to be coming. But I also know this, that God is in control no matter what. And I love you guys. I want you to be safe and keep the faith. Peace.